Another Llano police officer was in court today to learn his fate after a jury convicted him last month on abuse of power-related charges.
A Llano County jury convicted former Llano police officer Jared Llano of official oppression last month. Tonight, KXAN investigator Jody Barr joins us from Llano with the latest in this police corruption investigation.
3 trials, 3 convictions for the Llano County DA in a string of police indictments that nearly wiped this town's entire force out in 2018. Today's sentencing for former officer Jared Llano is the latest conviction for 4 officers who forced a man out of his house here and arrested him in 2017. Former Llano police officer Jared Llano walked back into the county courthouse Tuesday to find out whether he'll spend the next 2 years in jail.
The best thing I can tell you is get off of my door.
I'm not getting off your door.
Llano was one of 4 officers who forced this man out of his own house and arrested him in 2017. The man had yelled at another officer, Grant Harden, to slow his truck down and quit speeding through the man's neighborhood. Harden and 3 other officers showed up, tried to get the man out of his house, and after threatening to use a taser on him, the man came out and the officers took him to jail. The DA later dropped the man's charges. The Llano County grand jury indicted former Llano officers Grant Harden, Jared Llano, Amy Shannon, and Chief Kevin Ratliff over this arrest. Officer Shannon is the only one who has not been convicted, but her charges are pending. Llano did not say anything during his sentencing Tuesday. Mr. Llano, do you have any regrets here from what might have happened while you were wearing a badge? Do you think you got a fair sentence? Mr. Llano, do you think you and your fellow officers got fair sentences given what you all put these people through? Is there anything at all you want to say? Llano County District Attorney Sonny McAfee told us the prosecutions were to protect the public.
That's what we want, is to make sure that citizens of this community have the best police force they can have and not people that abuse that power. And I think that's been accomplished.
But the former chief says his and his fellow officers' convictions don't tell the whole story. If people are left to believe with all of the convictions that you and the department you ran, you were operating at a certain level of, or a high level of corruption, would the public be wrong in that conclusion?
Yeah. The truth will come out eventually.
These came down to jury verdicts.
I understand, yeah. A jury only gets to hear certain parts of stories, so.
Well, Jared Llano will not serve those 2 years in prison. That's because the judge said here today that Llano was the least culpable in this case, and he only sentenced him to 18 months of probation. As for Llano's police license, the judge left that up to the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement to decide whether he keeps that peace officer license. As for Officer Amy Shannon, there is no date set yet for her trial on her official oppression charge. In Llano, Jody Barr, KXAN.